Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Roundtable. My name is Robert Bannon. You're listening to us on the Broadway Podcast Network or watching us on Broadway World or our YouTube channel. We're excited. Look, we are all about pride here. Peppermint says this is where the queer kids come to play, and I have the queerest, most fun show. I'm a little obsessed. I'm obsessed with the name Midnight Coleslaw. I'm obsessed with everything that's at the tank. And I need to know the whole, what the heck is this show and what are we in for? I am so excited to talk all about it. Joey Merlo, welcome to the show. Come on down. And
hi, Robert.
It's so nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
And Charlene, welcome to the show.
Hello.
I'm so excited that you both are here. We may have special guests pop in throughout this extravaganza as well. More to come.
Yeah, Joey, Nick said they're backstage, by the way.
Oh, Nick is here.
Yeah.
I see Nick hidden in the court. Nick, why are you hidden down there?
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to the Roundtable. I'm excited because anything that's for Pride, anything that's new and original, anything that's being done off Broadway where all the cool kids are, not all this commercial nonsense. You all are here to give us give some kids some art.
Listen, Robert, we want a commercial production too. So, let's not diss commercial productions.
Yes, commercial. The commercial is good. Money is good. Yes, agreed. Movie adaptations not as great as original great work. Joey, what is this? Tell me.
But I do agree with you that the coolest stuff is off Broadway. And so, yeah, Midnight Coleslaw's Tales from Beyond the Closet is a queer horror comedy. 3 one-act plays that are framed in a kind of Tales from the Crypt or Elvira way, with a midnight host that Charlene Incarnate is playing named Midnight Coleslaw, and she has a talking skull sidekick named Boner. And so she hosts this evening, and each one act is unique and tells its own story and has its own cast.
And Joey, tell everyone your part of this was
I'm the playwright. Yeah, I wrote.
Where did you get the inspiration? Where did the ideas come for this character and for these acts, this story?
The first play that I wrote is called Chair, and I had this really weird dream one night, and I dreamed I wasn't in the dream. I was watching this couple in the dream, and they were somewhere like on the Lower East Side. I don't know. It felt like New York City, but they found this chair that looked like it was made out of skin with freckles and dry patches and ingrown hairs and folds. And I watched them, with this chair, but in the dream, it started to turn into a monster. And, but there was this affection they had for it. And it was kind of this pastiche. And then when I woke up, because I was scared, I wrote down those images and I started writing that play. And it was, kind of a poly horror, and maybe that had to do with some of the things I was dealing with in my life at the time. But Nick, who is a director and who I met at Brooklyn College, we were paired together. And so that was put up as a one act for like my graduating play festival, a play festival that Mac Wellman, the playwright, started called Bring a Weasel and a Pint of Your Own Blood. And so a lot of people liked that, and my agent at the time wanted me to turn it into a film script, and other people wanted me to expand it, but I thought it was perfect as a one act. And so I thought instead I'll pair it with 2 other queer horror one acts. And then as a kid, I always loved Elvira and had kind of like a fascination with her and this idea of, this like sexy vamp star. And so I thought that would be a great way to tie it all together, was to create a kind of Elvira character or a crypt keeper kind of host. And that's how it started.
Before we get started with the rest of our chat, you can get your tickets right now. Go to thetanknyc.org. Go to thetanknyc.org. There's all types of ticket options. The Tank makes their show so affordable and available for everybody to get. So don't think that you can't get a ticket to see it. You got to grab a ticket and see it. And it runs almost the entire month of June. So it's a perfect way, date night out, fun friend night out to celebrate Pride and have some fun in New York City. Nick, when you got the script and read it the first time, was this something where you said, Midnight Coleslaw, I'm in, let's go, let's do camp, horror, queer, fun?
Oh yeah. I mean, the first time I read Chair, I was just absolutely blown away because I've never experienced a script that was so absurd and hilarious while also being so rooted in truth. I mean, Babe and Hun are very recognizable heteronormative couple, but the situation that they find themselves in is like so absurd to the point where you're almost peeing your pants with laughter, and you can also see yourselves like in their situation as well. And then when Joey developed the idea for Midnight, I mean, it was just a big yes. I was like, let's fucking go, this is so exciting.
Let's go. And now it's coming and it's up. And Charlene,
Hi.
helps you, your work and your journey and your rise in the New York theater and nightlife scene. What was it like to be a part? Who is Midnight Coleslaw? And do you see any part of you in the character? What do you bring to this role?
Well, I'm a professional drag queen, and so I professionally introduce the next act. So it's pretty on par with what I'm used to as far as that's concerned. But it is my first time with a script in hand ever. So I would say that as far as my rise in the theater scene, this would be it.
This is it.
Yes.
Are there moments in rehearsal or as we are about to open that you feel the drag background come up, that you want to just drag an audience member or improv and you say, oh no, this is theater, I'm supposed to, Joey's words are what I need to say?
No, he's actually got several moments in there for me to do the drag thing in general in the first place. So it's, it feels right. There's
Yes.
there's audience interaction. I'm like, my scenes are where the fourth wall is broken. So
Perfect.
I'm actually, even in the script, interacting at times with audience members. So it feels pretty natural.
I love it. The press release talks about camp being a part of the queer experience or art. Charlene, do you describe your drag? Is something campy and over the top something that you can sink your teeth into? It's a part of your art.
My drag. Drag is my art up until this point. I think that we've gotten a little like wayward as far as the word camp goes in the past decade, especially with that Met Gala theme that seemed to completely derail it altogether. So yeah, I mean, yes and no. It's my understanding of camp is the like Spice World definition from the 90s.
Yes.
And so in that way, Midnight Coleslaw, the play, is incredibly campy. But the character, I would say, is more vampy.
Got it.
And not even in terms of the word vampire. I just think that there's a little more drama and bite than there is humor, which is kind of like camp kind of lends itself to being a lighthearted, and it's not a terribly lighthearted show.
Got it. All right. That sounds good to me. Joey, time me up. Joey, when you were sitting there writing this, I'm sure you imagine it on stage. You have pictures of it on stage. What's it been like to be with Nick, Charlene, and this cast as you rehearsing to see this really come to life as a full-fledged production?
It's amazing. I get really neurotic about casting, and I mean, of course, everyone wants the perfect actor in the part, but I mean, it's so easy to compromise. So many people around you kind of push you to compromise just to get things done or get things cast, and we didn't. We really cast it exactly the way we wanted to, and I'm trying to make it work for everybody because it is a whole economy of favors. Like, that's what this level of theater is. It's like people are not getting paid a living wage. Everyone's like showing up in the hopes that this thing is a great showcase for us all, and also that we're having fun doing it, hopefully, and we're doing it for the audience, and in that way, we're all on the same page that this is, seeing it come to life is very exciting, and everybody is so talented, and the first read through was so much fun. Tonight we're gonna have like our first big run of the show, so I'm really excited to see it.
It's awesome. Let's go. Here we go. It's ready to be. Nick, what can you tell us about the cast and especially working at the Tank?
Well, we have an incredible cast. I mean, we have Curtis Gillen, Rebecca Robertson, who were in Chair originally, joined by the incredible Charlene, Edgar Oliver, who's a downtown legend and a master storyteller who just can cast a spell with words, who's in the final act. And then we have John William Watkins, Priscilla Flores, and Jan Leslie Harding in Daddy's Girl, which is the central act, who are absolutely batshit and having an incredible time with that campy act. And it's been a riot to be in rehearsals. I mean, everyone is such a pro, and they bring such a level of expertise and also fun. I think people are in for like a really fun ride, and we're also creating an entire environment. We're really leaning into like the idea of bar culture and drag culture, and we're creating with Midnight's layer like a space that the audience really feels like they're entering into, which has been really fun for us and the cast. And so we're excited to invite people into that and see what happens.
It's awesome. The immersiveness of it and the vibe that you all are creating. Charlene, how has it been to work with the rest for you to work with the rest of the cast?
I was not. We just started stumbling through with all the pieces together this week, and I was completely unprepared for the level of talent in that cast.
Yes.
It was. I mean, it's honestly, it's my first time to exposed really to acting with a capital A. I do some community theater slanted drag shows, but they're way more low key, and everyone came with their game faces on, and they're extremely talented clowns. I mean that, I guess, in the academic sense, physical actors, and seeing it all together, I was like, oh, there's actually a real show here.
You guys have a show. You guys are putting up a show.
Oh yeah, baby. And it is entertaining all the way through.
That's what I'm talking about. That's it. Joey, I was reading this and I was like, okay, this is super fun. Midnight Coleslaw. Charlene's going to be Midnight Coleslaw. It's going to be a blast. It's going to be June. And then I get to a part of the press release that I had to read like 3 times. And then I had to double check. What the heck is happening June 20th to June 23rd in your casting? You have an actor that doesn't seem to be available. So you just made a phone call and have Haley Joel Osment?
Yeah, Haley and I are friends. We've been friends since we both went to the experimental theater wing at NYU, and we've wanted to work together. He's a very talented actor and a good person, and is in LA though. So it's not like he's doing theater all the time. And I had never written anything that really, worked, that we worked on together, or that, but I remember sending him this play and he really liked it. And so when we found out that Curtis had this conflict, but we didn't want to get rid of Curtis, because also Curtis and Rebecca, who play the couple in that first one act, are an actual couple in real life. And there's something like, I love casting couples, and it's a little diabolical, but you can't get chemistry like that. And they're both such great actors at the same time. And then they're like at home working on it together, and it's like it's getting layered and layered and layered. So anyway, I was like, oh shit, like, what am I going to do? Like who's going to fill in? And we can't just get rid of Curtis and hire somebody for the whole run. And then Rebecca also knows Haley. So like there's comfortability there. Like they know each other really well too. And so I was like, oh, this is great. Rebecca's going to feel really comfortable. If Haley can do it, great. And he was available. And so it's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting to have him at the end.
At the end of the run, that's Oscar nominee Haley Joel Osment. That's right, in the show. you will put together something fun. This is going to be a really fun, special moment. What, Nick, when the audience leaves, what do you hope the show does? Is have a good time? Is there a message or something you want us to carry out with us?
That's a great question. I think presenting these three acts that are very different parts of queer culture side by side, like really suggests and honors the expansiveness and the inclusivity that's a part of the culture, that's ideally a part of the culture. And so I hope people leave experiencing a sense of community, experiencing that they're a part of something larger than themselves, that there is a queer network, a queer family that they are tapped into, and that they've gotten a little dose of queer joy. That's the hope.
I love that. That's beautiful. Charlene,
Hey.
I don't think theater is going to let you go now. I think you're just a theater baby now. Let's go.
Yeah, I think so, girl.
I'm here for it, and I'm here for this poster as well. Midnight Coleslaw's Tales from Beyond the Closet, an evening of bone-chilling terror. You got to get your tickets at the Tank. It's on West 36th Street, and it runs till June 23rd. And if you want to get your tickets, like we said, you can go to thetanknyc.org. And we said the Tank works so well with people so that they can see the work. So if you're under 40 or if you're looking for a ticket that's way cheaper than theater in New York City, the Tank is where it's at. So Joey, Nick, Charlene, congratulations on this. It sounds so much fun. We're here for it.
It's going to be.
It's going to be a blast.
Thank
Thank
you
you all so much for hanging out with us today. And we look forward. Break legs. Have an amazing run.
Thank you.
Well, there you have it. There's so much fun queer art coming to New York and anywhere in this country the month of June. Even Florida, even Texas, even the don't say gay states are celebrating Pride, and we're so happy to be a little small part of that. If you want to celebrate Pride with me, June 14th, get tickets to see me, 54below.org. I do a big old Pride playlist of all diva music with lots of fun special guests like Mauricio Martinez of On Your Feet, Robbie Roselle, and more. And I'll be looking forward to talking to you every single day here on the Broadway Podcast Network, over on YouTube, and also on Broadway World every single Friday, especially as we lead up to Tony season. So I look forward to being here. If you want more information about me, you can go to robertbannon.com or follow me at Robert M. Bannon, because somebody in Oklahoma decided to take my Instagram name. But that's okay. It's all good. It's all fine. Till next time, everybody, thank you so much. The best is yet to come. I'll see you next time here on the Roundtable. Bye.